How's it going, guys? TwoTenEast here, and I'm back with another love featuring marriage and divorce video. We're still doing one episode a week, but we're going strong. So remember, guys, streams every Tuesday night. Come check them out. They're a lot of fun. Here's an example of what a typical stream is like.
And he does not want Soon as a wife. He wants a personal assistant. That's all it is to it. Like, there's nothing else to put to it. Like, ow, I just stabbed myself in the eye. I'm fine. There's nothing.
What? Anyways, let's get right into episode 11. So we're getting right back into it, and Seon is explaining to the kids why Mr. So is coming over, and Ram is like, hey, no problem, he can crash in my room. So next we catch up with this poor guy, Sahyun, you know, the guy who thinks he's spending time with his dead mistress, but really it's his ex-wife. Yeah, that guy. What are they even talking about? Who cares? So amidst this snooze fest, Sahyun does mention the idea of having another wedding and renewing their vows. Great. Sounds like so much fun. Alright, so back to Seon and the kids. Mr. So finally arrives and he brought munchies? Was Mr. So late because he was getting toasted? So he asks Ram if he knows what all this food is for, and Ram is like, I don't even know, bro. And yeah, this was a really random but wholesome moment, and Hyungi is like, it's there for emergencies, right? And Mr. So is like, bingo, you are correct. You get a gold star. I don't know, it was just so random, but it was a nice moment, and it's good to see the kids bonding with Mr. So. So then we check in with Papa So and Dong Ma, and he's still grilling Dong Ma about Pyoung and asking about her credentials. Did she major in mass communications? And wow, what a funny thing to care about, seeing as your other son definitely did not major in mass communications. That's one dude who is not mass communicating because he's completely monotone and barely says anything. Yeah. All right. So Dong Ma tells Papa So about Pyoung and her parents dying, and Papa So seems all for it. He's like, you should hurry up with the wedding. But then Dong Ma finally reveals how old Pyoung is and tells his dad she's Ga Bin's age. And the dad's like, oh no, not Ga Bin's age. And yeah, never mind. Looks like he's not going to be in favor of this relationship and this marriage right away, now that he knows how old Pyoung is. So Papa So's like, bump that, and he gets up to go, but then Dong Ma hits him with the she's got a daughter line, and also tells him she is Seon's co-worker and friend. And then Papa So sits back down and he's like, seriously? And Dong Ma then tells him about her being a divorcee and about Ji-ah. And Papa So is not a happy papa right now, and he says, you're out of your minds. You played me. And then they just argue for a while. Dong Ma's like, look, man, I'm going to do what I want to do no matter what. I don't care what you do, but I'm going to do this. And Papa So hits him with the, well, what will your mom think about this? And it just goes on and on and on and on. Finally, some maid lady comes in and tells Papa So that his wife will be arriving soon. Can't wait for our first look at Mama So. Should be interesting to see what she makes of all of this with her sons and their new marriages. Okay, back to Seon and the kids and Mr. So. And Mr. So says, I'm so beat, guys, but I don't want to go to sleep, though. And Ram's like, hey, let's stay up all night and talk. It'll be sick. And Hyungi's over there cheesing like a muff. Like a motherfucker. Okay, sorry, I'll never do that again. Anyways, just, yeah, again, a nice scene with Mr. So and the kids, and they're having a blast. Okay, back to Sahyun and the Eternal Genjutsu, and they both stop by the parents' house, and Sahyun tells them that him and whoever the fuck that is next to him are getting back together. And the dad's face lights up like a jack-o'-lantern, and they're all happy, and they're like, we should celebrate. And I don't know why, but the dad always perpetually looks like he's in the middle of having a hernia every time he gets all happy and excited. Hey, look, guys, POV. You're getting back together with your ex after he cheated on you and you got possessed by his dead mistress ghost with psychic powers, and now your in-laws are smiling at you even though they just recently hated your guts. OMG, relatable AF. Okay, so then we check in with P not young enough, and she has a kid. So they're chilling with Don Chu, the dog, and Pyoung is reminiscing about how she had a dog when she was younger. Anyways, a fun fact, guys, the dog Don Chu is actually Park So-kyung's, the actor who plays Ji-ah. It's her dog in real life. This fun fact was brought to you by the homie Joss, part of our Discord squad. Shout outs to Joss. Anyways, yeah, Pyoung goes on about her dog that she had, and yeah, cool story, Mom. Nice little bonding moment here for them. Okay, let's keep it moving. Okay, so then we see Si-eun waking up in the middle of the night, and she seems to be thinking about Mr. So, and she gets up and goes to him, and I'm thinking, damn, is she about to jump his bones right now? Okay, Si-eun, go on with your bad self. But no, she's just being wholesome and caring, and she just tucks him in a little bit and then goes back to bed. But it's still a nice moment where you can see that she really does care for Mr. So. Okay, so Dong Ma finds out Papa So wants to meet up for breakfast, and the maid is like, yes, the chairman would like to grumble at you some more today. And Dong Ma's like, sweet, let's do it. Fucking sick, bro. So they meet up, and he does grumble at Dong Ma, and Dong Ma still isn't budging, and Papa So is like, oh, fuck my life, dude. This sucks, man. Okay, then back to Si-eun and the kids and Mr. So, and now they are having breakfast and having a great time. Good food, lots of laughs. It's just a total vibe. Then we see Ji-ah sending Dong Ma a picture of Don Chu. Okay, wholesome, nice. And then we cut to Sa-hyun's dad carrying around Spanish Armada, and him and the wife are talking about Sa-hyun and Hae-ryung getting back together, and the dad is wondering if maybe the shock of Song-won's death has caused mental confusion in Sa-hyun, and that's why he suddenly seems to be full throttle back in love with Hae-ryung so quickly. Anyways, yeah, he's just worried that it might not last. Okay, then we get a scene with Si-eun visiting Hae-ryung, and she tells him, this is my last time bringing you food, dude. Also, the kids, yeah, they're staying with me. And Hae-ryung's like, but that's what you want, but what do they want? And Si-eun's like, nah, they're cool with it. And Hae-ryung's like, oh no, my evil scheme has failed. And then Si-eun's also like, don't you ever try and suggest shit to them again without telling me first. And Hae-ryung keeps whining, and then Si-eun says, hey, stop making the kids worry about you unnecessarily. Enough with the pity party. Let's go, Si-eun. Let him know. That caller go crazy on him. Okay, pop this shit. And she's not done. She says, you better put a smile on that face when you see the kids on some Joker shit. I don't care if it's genuine or it's Bell's palsy or Christmas bells, Hell's bells, whatever. You better be Chick-fil-A happy, biatch. And man, he gets so triggered. He gets big mad. Anyways, Si-eun gets up to leave, but then Hae-ryung just can't help himself, and he strikes back by asking if she's enjoying the privilege. So now he's trying to make Si-eun feel bad because she's, I guess, stealing money from Mr. So and being a gold digger, I guess. And he says, you're enjoying the taste of money? Okay, man, you better enjoy the taste of microwave ramen, dude, because that's all you're going to be eating after this. And Si-eun is unfazed. She's like, whatever, bro. So she heads for the door again, but Hae-ryung then hits her with the, do you really love him? And she turns around and says, as if you need to ask, don't you know me at all? And she doesn't actually say yes here, but I guess it's good enough to end this little battle. And with that, she goes out the door and leaves, and hell yeah, Si-eun, way to go. Fuck this dude and his does anyone actually live here apartment ambiance. Okay, quick scene with Pyoung and Dong Ma talking on the phone. He says he's thinking they should all move in together to the townhouse where Mr. So lives, but he doesn't know if Ji-ah will like it there. Okay, whatever. Okay, then a very quick wholesome scene where Yu-ram stops by and sees Ji-ah and meets the dog, and they take pictures together, and it's a nice cute moment. Great. Okay, then we see Si-eun and Pyoung hanging out in the spa, I guess it is. It's a really nice view, and they're chilling, talking about skincare stuff and loving life. But then Hae-ryung shows up, or Songwon or whatever. Anyways, she's all nice and happy still, but she does tell them, hey guys, I won't be able to go to your weddings because I'm also getting married. And Pyoung and Seon are like, oh my god, we're all getting married, yay! And Pyoung is like, who is it? And Haeryung is like, someone you know. And oh man, I can't wait for this. So she finally tells them, and they're like, oh, that's great. And Pyoung says, I thought you weren't interested in him again. And then Haeryung talks about the baby and whatever, and then she leaves and she's all happy, and Pyoung and Seon talk about it for like a second, but then they just go back to how awesome everything is for them and how they're just amazing and they're sisters and Okay guys, breaking news. If any of you were looking forward to meeting Mama So, it ain't happening, because she did. Dongma and Papa So both get calls giving them the bad news. Damn, R.I.P. Mama So. I felt like we barely knew her, guys. No, like really, we never saw her once. I don't even think the body bag thing was actually a real body. Like, they wouldn't need to cast anyone for that. So yeah, the girls are still all hanging out together and having a good time, and it's good to see them getting along after all that kind of bickering before, even if it's just because Haeryung is possessed by a ghost. But anyways, they're having some girl talk, but then Mr. So and Dongma both call and give them the bad news about Mama So. And yeah, guys, it's time for another funeral. Okay, so then we check in with Dong Mi, and Ami is checking in on her, and Dong Mi is still kind of sleeping, but then she farts. Is this some kind of hint? Is she possessed also? I swear to God, if Dr. Shin Ghost is back, I am going to flip shit. Anyways, New Shin gives her some supplements or something. Okay, whatever, let's keep it moving. So then Ami sits down with Ga Bin and they talk, and Ami worries about if they all picked the wrong man or not. And Ga Bin's like, not me, I dumped him. I'm gonna keep my distance from men for a while and focus on my career. And yeah, Ga Bin, you better keep your distance from your barber for a while, you know what I'm saying? So they just keep talking, and then Ga Bin gets a call from, guess who? Haeryung. And she says she needs to ask Ga Bin a favor. And I'm thinking, is this Songwon the ghost? Is this her plan to reveal herself to her old friends and maybe bring them all in on this ghost master plan? This could be interesting. So then we get a very quick scene where Haeryung does talk with Ga Bin. They meet up, and the favor she wants is for Ga Bin to sing at her and Sahyun's wedding. So no ghost reveal, I guess, for now. And Ga Bin is like, fuck this shit, because of course she thinks it's just Haeryung. She doesn't know. So this scene is over really fast, and then we just fast forward to afterwards where Ga Bin is talking with Ami on the phone, telling her about it and telling her she is going to do it even though she doesn't want to. She's going to do it for Goo Goo Gaga's sake. And Ami is all pissed and she hates it. And after the phone call, she slams the meat cleaver down on the cutting board and frightens Dong Mi, who just walked in. Yeah, so then we just get the wedding scene, I guess. It just happens really quickly. Sahyun and Haeryung, aka Songwon, and everyone else is there, and they have the wedding, and everyone's remembering Songwon, even though it's Haeryung walking down the aisle. They remember everything about her. Ga Bin remembers their friendship. The parents remember getting to know her, and Sahyun remembers their love. And side note, Ga Bin sounds absolutely fucking atrocious singing. I don't know what they were thinking with this, but it sounds terrible. Anyways, Songwon is looking down lovingly at Mufasa, and yeah, congrats to the happy couple. Okay, then a quick scene with Haeryun at the virtual golf range place, and he's learning to golf, I guess? Wow. Anyways, we see that Dong Mi is also there. Interesting potential crossover here, and we do get it. After they finish, they run into each other and say hi, and they ride the elevator together and continue to talk about golf, and holy shit, guys, if these two get together, I swear it'll make up for everything else this season. It would be so fucking hilarious if they got together and got married. I am all in on this, guys. Book my ticket. I am all aboard the Dong Mi Haeryun train. So they go and get a bite to eat after the golf place. Also, why are we getting this super overdone fuzzy glow effect in this scene? Why? Are we dreaming here? What is going on? Dongmi asks Haeryun about his life, and she heard about his mistress. Did he marry her? And Haeryun's like, no, actually, I took a big fat L there. And she's like, well, okay, we'll get your wife back then. And he's like, yeah, I tried that, but I took another L there too. And she's like, well, you got to keep at it. You know, she'll take you back eventually. And he's like, well, actually, she's getting married again. And she's like, wow, you are really one big walking L. So then Dongma and his dad are all sad that Mama So died. Of course, Papa So is like, damn, she never got to see the wedding. And I'm like, damn, we never got to see her at all. She got done worse than Ami's dad did. So then we get back to these two lovebirds, and Dongmi is getting saucy, guys. She really is vibing right now. Haeryun is kind of laying down that Mac game, and I really like Dongmi's attitude here with Haeryun. She's telling him, hey man, just move on, let it go, wave it all goodbye, and get on with your life, do your own thing. So then they finish and say goodbye, and I loved that scene. I am so glad this is happening or might happen. I hope they live happily ever after. Okay, so then Piyung finally meets Papa So, and they sit down and kind of talk about Piyung and their marriage, but then they just go off on this whole thing about Piyung recommending Papa So eat ice cream, and this goes on for a really long time, and I don't know why. Okay, then we get a very interesting scene here. Ami stops by Piyung's place to drop off some stuff, and she asks the maid where Piyung is, and the maid lets it slip that she's visiting her future in-laws. And Ami's like, wait, what? And the maid's like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. And yeah, I think Ami is gonna have something to say when she finds out Piyung is marrying Ga Bin's ex, Dongma. Okay, back to the ice cream social here. So it looks like they're all gonna have dinner, and they're gonna invite Mr. So and Seeun too. But first, back to Ami, and she's still trying to figure out what's going on. She calls Ji-ah and is able to confirm with her that yes, there are future in-laws, they exist, which means Piyung is getting married. But for now, she seems to like the idea because now she figures that Nushin won't have to feel guilty around Ji-ah since now her mom is also in a relationship. But she, of course, still doesn't know who Piyung is marrying, and not only is she going to find out eventually, but so will Nushin, and I can't wait for that shit as well. So Seeun and Mr. So arrive, and now, yeah, it's the newly updated family So. They picked up 2 free agents in the off season, and they're looking great. And Papa So asks Piyung and Seeun, are they okay moving into the townhouse all together? And they kind of hesitate for a second, but then say, yes, we're in. And yeah, So Family Full House Season 1 coming soon. Okay, so then we're almost at the end of the episode, but we do get one final scene, and you guys are gonna love this. So we see the psychic ghost whisperer lady we saw once before earlier in the season. She was the one in the taxi who noticed Ji-ah possessed Ji-ah. So she walks by Sa-hyun's mom, who is apparently walking with this little kid, and the lady is like, hold on a minute, and she looks back and confirms that yes, the kid is a ghost. There is a ghost kid following Sa-hyun's mom around, and the ghost kid is rocking some big comfy couch shit. And who is this kid, you might ask? Well, I have no fucking clue. I have no idea what's even going on anymore, but hey, I've been feeling like that for a whole season now, so yeah, fuck it. Let's have some ghost kids in here too. Why not? And that's going to do it for episode 11, guys. What are you thinking about this episode? I know it's like every week it's just some new crazy shit, so definitely a lot to talk about as usual. But as for me, I'm TwoTenEast, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a good day.